Good afternoon, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus. I'm meteorologist Sean Stiles as we take a look at your weather, and what a weekend it is turning out to be. I mean, take a look at the view from San Miguel Mountain all the way out to the coastline. We've got clear skies, a light sea breeze. I mean, it is gorgeous from the coastline all the way to the inland valleys, the foothills here at San Miguel Mountain. We've got Sweetwater Reservoir. You can see a little texture on the surface from a light breeze rolling on by. Just a really classic Southern California day. What amazes me, though, is the difference from where we are to where the weather is. It's only about 400 miles away. It's snowing in the Sierra Nevada. Look at these current temperatures along the coastline. We're in the low to mid 60s, 67 at the airport in Oceanside. We're at 66 in Ramona, 67 in El Cajon, 63 in Alpine. A little bit cool in the mountains, 46 both at Palomar Mountain and Laguna Mountain. Difference from yesterday to today at this time, it has warmed up indeed, not so much along the coastline because the water temperature, let's face it, at 61 degrees and that sea breeze coming across that water keeps things pretty much where they should be or slightly cooler than average. But boy, once you get inland in the sun, the radiational heating has warmed things up nicely compared to yesterday. We're a good 6 to 8 degrees warmer in the inland microclimates and certainly in the mountains and in the desert. So if sun and warmth is what you're looking for, just head east a little bit. As you take a look at this map here, the satellite loop, not a whole lot of activity, a few stray clouds rolling on by. But as we pull back out and look at the wider picture, oh my goodness gracious, look at this. Unstable air. It's just a long wave trough over the northern half to the central part of the state. So as I said, they're seeing snow in the Sierra Nevada. In the past week, Mammoth Mountain has picked up almost a foot of snow. Now that doesn't mean all at once, but 2 to 3 here, 4 to 6 there. Up in the Palisades, the Tahoe area, Alpine Meadows, 7 inches of new snow. In both these resorts, all 3 of these resorts are open right now. So if you still want to go do some skiing, you got plenty of snow to do it on. The record-breaking snow and the refresh of snow. I got a text from a friend and he told me it's still winter up here. Temperature around 10 o'clock this morning was 24 degrees. Not the case here tomorrow along the coastline. 68, start off with a few clouds, break through to mostly sunny skies. We'll cool it down a little bit as this long wave trough encroaches a little bit more on Southern California, but it does not bring us at least any large amounts of rain. Long-range models are calling for some activity Wednesday or Thursday, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Things look really nice in the inland microclimates. Low 70s, mostly sunny skies to start your day off, and then completely sunny in the afternoon. As you look at the forecast for tomorrow's highs, again, it will be slightly warmer along the coastline. We'll stay pretty much where we were today in the upper 60s to low 70s, 71 in El Cajon and to Borrego Desert. It doesn't get any better than this. 84 degrees at Borrego Springs. No wind. Well, they'll have wind, but not, any types of watches or warnings. Look at this view from Mount Soledad towards Mission Bay. We've got downtown San Diego, and if you look really carefully, there's the mountains of Mexico off in the distance. So a really cool shot there. 65 degrees in downtown San Diego. West-northwest at 16 are your winds. So the sea breeze, the perfect air conditioning out there. Surf has been really fun. If you haven't heard, shh, don't tell anyone. South swells started to roll in. We've got waves 2 to 3 feet with some 4-foot sets. It is starting to fade, so tomorrow you're going to see less consistency, but on those southwesterly facing beaches, some good news there. And the water temperature up to 62 degrees. Tide not changing a huge amount. A 3.3, the high tide going to the low at 4 o'clock, a 1.9. So what is that, about 1.5 feet, 1.3 feet, something like that. It's finally gotten warm over the northeast. They're into the 70s, and that's right now here at 4 p.m. But look how warm it is in the central part of the country, Wichita, Kansas. 93, 85 in Oklahoma City. You come back to Texas, El Paso, 85, 86 in Dallas. And out west, where the long wave trough is, things are still winter-like. 52 in Salt Lake City, 62 in Portland, 60 in San Francisco, and at the Civic Center in Los Angeles, along with San Diego at 65 degrees. So here's what's going on. The reason they've warmed up over the northeastern part of the country is a weak high pressure is blocking, at least diverting some of the storm activity. But we do have some of that moving through the northern plains states, coming out of the Dakotas and now heading towards the Great Lakes region. And then look at this thunderstorm that popped up over Louisiana, moving through New Orleans. That was a wild one earlier this afternoon. We're still waiting for some reports on that. And here's our long wave trough. This thing is just widespread. I mean, look at the area. There's an area of low pressure there, an area of low pressure here, and then an area of low pressure here. And you can definitely see the jet stream. Look at it, just sliding right through there. And yet, another storm out in the Pacific. So there's lots of activity out there. Let's put this map into motion for you and show you how pretty much everything stays to the north of us through Wednesday, and then high pressure returns and gives us a slight warm up. So some good news there. Your 8-day microclimate forecast. As I said, a chance of some precipitation in the latter part of the work week, but that high pressure rebuilds back in, and that gives us warmer conditions as we make our way into the next weekend. Already jumping ahead to next weekend. How crazy is that? Must be the Steve Price in me. And looking at your forecast in the mountains, you stay cool, and then things do start to warm up with a chance of some sprinkles coming through. The desert's looking very, very nice. And one last look outside. What a beautiful day it's been. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus.